to Impact Assessment. In this video, we'll show you how to check the status of marking across assessments and how to standardise an assessment once marking has been completed. Both of these steps are important before you standardise assessments or begin detailed analysis. A simple way to check marking progress is from the Marks Book area. Here, you'll see the percentage of marking completed for each assessment. If you can't see the percentage column straight away, use the column selector to add it to your view. Users with teacher level permissions will only see mark books for their own classes. If you're a school or system administrator, you'll be able to see all mark books across your school or system. This allows you to investigate any assessments that are incomplete and follow up where needed. To see more detailed marking information, navigate to the My Assessments area. Locate the assessment you're interested in. Click the three dots under Actions and select Check Marking. This view shows you which classes have been fully marked and submitted, which classes are marked but not yet submitted, and which classes are still incomplete. Use the Teacher column to view the name or names of the teachers responsible for each class to see who to follow up with. Once all required mark books have been fully marked and submitted, you're ready to move on to standardization. Standardization is accessed from the Actions menu in the My Assessment area. Locate the assessment you want to standardize, click the three dots under Actions, and select Standardize. As a reminder, you can always return to the main assessment list using the breadcrumb trail at the top of your screen. There are two types of standardization available in Impact Assessment. The first is your own school or system standardization. This standardization is based only on the data from your own school or system and is not nationally standardized. The second type is global standardization. For assessments provided by external publishers such as OCA or shared more broadly, you may also have access to global standardization. This uses data from all participating schools using the same assessment, including schools outside your own system. For most assessments, you can view both your local standardization and the global standardization side by side in analysis. The default view is always your school or system's own standardization. When you open standardization, you'll see a grade distribution chart. This chart shows every raw score available in the assessment and how many students have achieved each score. You'll also see the scores grouped into categories with vertical lines showing the raw score boundaries. By hovering over a category, you can see the number of students and the percentage of the cohort in that category. Both the number of categories and the raw score boundaries are customizable. To make changes, click Smart Grade Categories. To change the number of categories, enter the new number. Click Change, then Recalculate. Impact Assessment will automatically recalculate the distribution, aiming for an even spread across the categories. You'll also see cumulative percentages displayed, which can be useful for interpreting cohort performance. The larger the cohort, the more evenly the categories will tend to distribute. You can also manually adjust the raw score boundaries. Any changes you make will immediately update the percentages shown. At any time, you can return to the default impact assessment settings by clicking Recalculate again. You can rename the categories using the Smart Grade Name field. For example, you might want to use A to E grades, achievement bands, or mastery style language. Editing standardization settings is limited to users with admin level permissions. If global standardization is available, you'll be able to view it, but you won't be able to edit it. In some assessments, global standardization may include scaled scores or other externally defined measures. If you're unsure when global standardization will be available for a particular assessment, contact Impact Assessment for more information. Only the assessment editor can edit standardization if the assessment was published under their personal profile. If the assessment was published under a school admin or system admin profile, any user with the same level of permission can edit the standardization. Once set, the standardization becomes the agreed grading scheme for that assessment across the school or system. For tiered assessments, standardization must be completed separately for each tier. If you're viewing an assessment that has been published globally by an external provider, you may see one set of grades based on standardization within your system and another based on standardization across all schools using that assessment. This allows you to compare performance locally and more broadly. That completes our guide to checking marking progress and understanding standardization in impact assessment. For further support, visit the Help Centre for additional videos, guides, and professional learning opportunities.